Today, clinic. I am discussing with you today clinical evidence to experience of empagliflozin linagliptin combination. I would like to begin with one of my patients who had come to me recently for a follow-up. She was a diabetic for the last 14 years, poorly controlled on 3 oral antidiabetics and 4 shots of basal bolus insulin, which was nearly totaling up to 100 units. I saw her for the first time 3 years ago and then lost her to follow up as she had to move out of town with her husband in a job transfer. I saw her again in December 2019 with an HbA1c of more than 10% on 3 oral antidiabetics and nearly 100 units of insulin. Her weight was 88 kilos and she had multiple somatic complaints. I started her on empagliflozin linagliptin 10 by 5 milligrams, explained to her what she has to do in terms of lifestyle changes, insisted on her walking regularly, and left her for some time. She again was caught in the lockdown and met me recently, and surprisingly, her HbA1c was down to about 8%, her weight was down by about 4 kilos, her blood pressure was normal, and she was feeling very comfortable. Fortunately, she did not have the adverse effects which are so often described in terms of urinary tract infection or genital infection. So all in all, she tolerated this combination well with very good effects over the last 4 months. Type 2 diabetes has multiple pathogenetic defects, and it is difficult to take care of all these defects with a single drug. So combination therapy in various forms is used for our patients. Fortunately, combination therapy results in a reduced dosage of each drug and some amount of reduction in adverse events. We know that type 2 diabetes is an independent risk factor for cardiovascular disease. In addition, the lifestyle defects which lead to increased incidence of type 2 diabetes also add to the problem of cardiovascular disease. Nearly 3 years ago, when the EMPA-REG trial data came out, things changed drastically. We know that since 2008, cardiovascular outcome trial data was required for each and every new anti-diabetic coming in the market. And up till then, we were always looking for a drug which was safe and not harming the cardiovascular system. For the first time, EMPA-REG showed that not only did it not harm, but it actually protected. It reduced the incidence of death, it reduced the incidence of major cardiac events, and reduced hospitalization for heart failure. In addition, up till now, we knew that DPP-4 inhibitors were cardiac safe and did not increase the risk of any heart disease. So the combination of this therapy, these two therapies, would result in a synergistic benefit and take care of nearly 5 defects in the pathogenesis of type 2 diabetes. In addition, the adverse events like hypoglycemia, weight gain came down with this combination therapy. Surprisingly, patients actually lost weight. The incidence of adverse events like infections came down. In addition, when this combination was used with metformin, the incidence of metformin-induced diarrhea also came down. We are well aware of the phase 3 trials of multiple drugs, but the real-world evidence when we use these medications in our day-to-day life or day-to-day practice is what is really important for us. And the EMPRISE data, which was real-life study using the empagliflozin in patients with type 2 diabetes with or without cardiovascular disease, and there was a 44% reduction in the group which was treated with empagliflozin. The combination pill has been used in India for a short time, and we don't have too much data. But recently, a 500 patient study was presented, which showed that in 6 months, an HbA1c reduction of 1.1%, a fasting plasma glucose reduction of nearly 50 milligrams, and most importantly, a weight reduction on an average of 5 kilograms was demonstrated. So friends, this combination pill results in better adherence to therapy because of reduced pill burden, optimization of control of glycemic. So this combination therapy results in better adherence to therapy because of reduction in pill burden, optimization of glycemic control at an economical cost.